Baltimore, October 3rd, 1849. A man collapses outside Ryan's Tavern, delirious, shivering and wearing another man's clothes. That man is Edgar Allen Poe, America's dark poet of the macabre. He has been missing for nearly a week, presumably lost on the road between Richmond and New York City. 4 days later, he is dead, and the mysteries of how he got there remain unsolved. Poe had departed Richmond on September 27th, bound for a new job and a waiting fiancée in New York. He had just recuperated from a bout of cholera and had recently joined the temperance union. By all indications, it seemed the tragic poet's life was improving, until he turned up in a literal gutter outside a bar. Witnesses said he was in great distress, calling out the name Reynolds. His hair was unkempt, his face pale. He could not hold down water. He wore a cheap, ill-fitting suit, not his own. No one can explain how he came to be in this state, or why he'd vanished for nearly a week. For 4 days, Poe drifted between fevered dreams and brief lucidity. The doctor who cared for him in his final days, John Joseph Moran, made decisions in his care which have only added to the mystery. He would later insist that Poe showed no signs of intoxication, but he kept the writer in a locked drunk ward, making no attempt to contact Poe's family and allowing no visitors. On October 7, 1849, Edgar Allan Poe drew his final breath. The death certificate read, "Congestion of the brain," a diagnosis that explains nothing. Some said he was a victim of cooping, a grim election day scheme where men were kidnapped, drugged, and forced to vote repeatedly under different disguises. At the time, elections were held in taverns as a way of encouraging voter turnout, and the tipsy patrons were often easy prey. Edgar Allan Poe may have been particularly vulnerable, as he may have had a sensitivity to alcohol, often becoming drunk after a single glass of wine. During Poe's turbulent life, he had occasionally turned to drink, but friends swore he never drank excessively, and he had just recently sworn off the stuff entirely. Of course, it is possible that he had a relapse of his cholera, or that his intermittent depression had returned to plague him and he sought solace in wine or laudanum. One of the most credible medical theories to emerge in the years since proposes Poe contracted rabies sometime in the years leading up to his death. This is supported by his delirium in the days before his death and his inability to take water during his final illness. Still others whisper darker theories, foul play, vengeance, even a final act of poetic irony. No one knows where Poe was during the missing days before he was found. He was the most famous writer in America at the time, a celebrity recognizable on sight, a rarity for the time, yet no credible information on his whereabouts during the missing days has ever been established. Every letter, every witness account, adds another layer of contradiction. Poe's fiancée never received the ring he meant to give her. Dr. Moran, who attended him during his last days, destroyed his notes. Even the location of his original grave was lost for decades. And as years passed, so too did the witnesses, leaving behind only rumor and speculation. In death, his fame only grew. Readers saw in his final mystery the very essence of his art, beauty entangled with dread. Some believe he foresaw his own fate. Others believe he's not finished telling his story. To this day, no official cause of death has been proven. Each new generation returns to the same haunting question. What truly happened to Edgar Allan Poe? Was it illness, conspiracy, or something far stranger? If you have any information, we invite you to step into the fog and uncover the truth.